Hey, what's going on? Good evening, everyone. This is Maya Lynn, and welcome to Changing the Narrative, our Womb sponsored show about women entrepreneurs of color, their business journey, and how they are impacting the world. I want to thank you for joining me this evening. And of course, you know, the first thing we have to do is share this information out. So while I am getting ready to bring our guests on. Again, I want to thank you for joining us. It is Tuesday, 7 p.m. Woo! I, Look, this broadcast helps me keep up with what day it is right now in this crazy time that we're living in. I'm telling you, if I didn't even look at my own broadcast, I wouldn't even know if it was Tuesday, Saturday, Thursday, no day, tomorrow, yesterday. I don't know, but I'm so glad that I'm able to join you every Tuesday evening. So what I'm going to do real quick is share this out, because I love being able to share and make sure that this is going live in a couple, because I have so many Facebook groups, y'all. Just there's just way too many. So I need to make sure that everybody in all of my groups can see this. And I want to make sure that you get a chance to share this out onto your page or tag a friend. This is really a good chance for you to tag somebody who is an entrepreneur or wants to become an entrepreneur, is a woman of color who's already an entrepreneur, and she's just trying to figure out, how am I going to be able to grow my business? Well, guess what? This is how we're doing it. We are featuring women entrepreneurs of color because we want to make sure that the world knows that we are here and we are fearless, right? Bosses taking over. Okay. Y'all know women of color are spreading businesses faster than any other group. Y'all know that because we're not playing with y'all right now. All right. So please make sure that you share this out, tag your friends as we get into the information this evening. Of course, I want to start off with thanking our essential workers. I have to make this a part of the broadcast every week because seriously would not be able to get through the time that we're getting through and dealing with this era that we're, this season that we're in right now without our essential workers. So our nurses, our doctors, our delivery drivers, our grocery store workers, our pharmacists, everybody who is having to go in just to keep the world spinning right now. Thank you so much for taking care of us and trying to keep us safe. And you stay safe, wear your mask, wear your gloves where you need to wear your gloves, guys. And just really, please, please take care of yourself as well. And also, I want to make sure that I'm shouting out. This is kind of a special broadcast because my guest this evening also happens to be my sorority sisters. So let me go ahead and shout out Iota Phi Lambda, the beautiful ladies of Iota Phi Lambda. You got two of us on the broadcast tonight, so you got to make sure that you share this with the sorors, ladies. Okay, thank you so very much. All right, so guys, I want to go ahead and get into this because I'm so excited to be able to have this sister on our broadcast this evening. Let me tell you something, okay? Even before Womb, but I think I was still a teacher when I first met Marcy. And I remember actually seeing her business at a Trent Shelton event in Richmond. That was a minute ago. When she gets on here, I have to ask about that one. And I saw this organization. I said, what a cool concept. Okay. And it really got me thinking that, at that time, again, I was a teacher and I had little side hustles and stuff, but Marcy's college and career for youth really got me looking at how to take my educational background, my career path as a teacher, and how to turn it into a business. Teachers are teachers. We don't, we in a classroom, we're kind of focused on being in the classroom, but I never really looked at education in the for-profit realm or as a nonprofit. So I thought that's such a cool concept. And so fast forward, I don't know, 7-8 years, and here we are this evening. I want to take a second to share her website, and this is actually the site that this is the business I was introduced to. So let me make sure that I'm doing this correctly, guys, because this is the business. When I first saw this business, this is really what got me to think, you know what? I can do something in education and be a business owner and not have to be in the classroom. And so this is the business I was first introduced to, that is run by this young lady, College and Career for Youth. And I was so impressed by the concept that when I finally got a chance to meet her, she has just become a friend and a mentor and somebody I truly, truly, truly respect. And I'm just so excited to be able to welcome this sister here this evening. So let me go ahead and introduce you guys to Miss Marcy Williams, College and Career Youth. Hey, Soror.
Hey, Soror. How are you?
I am doing great. How you doing this evening?
I am wonderful. I'm wonderful. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you perfectly. I can hear you. You are in our fake studio right now. Okay. One day that's what my office is going to look like. It's going to be a penthouse office with a brick. We're just going to head and put that out in the universe. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. I'm so excited to have you here to be able to just chat about business and talk, because I have looked up to you for so long. Oh. You know, even before I knew you as a human being, just what you were doing and the impact that you were having in this community of, in here, Richmond, Virginia, for those who are looking at us tonight and you don't know where we are right now, just the impact that you've had here, and just to now know your journey and, see what you're working on and see where you're going. I'm just excited to even be in your space, girl.
Well, I appreciate it. I know I heard the intro. I was like, oh, I forgot all about Trent Shelton. Jeez, you went back on that one.
Yeah, you can't forget about Trent Shelton. He's too fine to be forgetting about. Okay. That was the only reason. I didn't even know he was a motivational speaker. He was in Richmond. I was like, oh, he's fine. I need to go see that.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. Okay.
It's so awesome. So why don't you tell folks, now they can hear how excited I am to have you on here. So tell folks now, who is Marcy Williams? Like, just who is this person that has had such an impact on the Richmond, Virginia area?
Well, first again, thank you for having me. Really simply put, I'm just a person who's about her community and about touching the people. And through my several businesses, which I was just telling Maya, a few she didn't know about, but through those businesses, I have the opportunity not just to touch the people and provide resources and education, but it's important to be able to give back. So that's who I am at my core. Is someone who wants to give back and share what I've been blessed to receive, and just continue to just sow seeds.
Absolutely. So
simple answer.
It's the easy answer. So what's your background? I mean, obviously, College and Career for Youth is an educational base, entity. So what is your background? How did you end up starting CACI?
Well, actually, my background goes back several years. I'm not going to say how many, over 30. Where I started in corporate America, project management, business management, and that, for-profits, of course, the Capital Ones and all these big companies. But as I moved forward in my career, I started to realize it was more I wanted to do and it was more in me. So CACI started out of a need to help young people prepare for college, and it pretty much to write the essays and fill out the application. It was really simple because no one helped me. But as I continued to move forward, more needs came out. So parents started coming to me, well, can you help my child who's dealing with depression? Can you help my child who's pregnant and she's 16? And then I started dealing with homeless youth. So it grew really rapidly from just college prep to life prep. And so that's how CACI started back in 2005. I started helping young people just on my own, no money, no grants, no funding, but just out of a need. And I continue to do that until this day, but the program has grown so much that now I've pulled in countless partners to really continue to help make a difference.
Awesome. I absolutely love the programs that you guys have. And so what are some of the programs that CACI offers to youth in that age range?
So in that age range, which is typically between 12 and 24, that's still considered youth, even though they're in their 20s, they're considered by some federal guidelines as being youth.
Right.
So it's college prep, is workforce development and career readiness, it's job search, but it's also dealing with that demographic of hard to reach young people. So they're parenting youth, if they're homeless youth, if they're re-entering, they're in juvenile justice system. So working with them to help them figure out which way to go in their life and putting the resources and plans together. And that's the most important part of what I do is I'm not just giving you a whole bunch of random information and telling you to go forth and be successful, but I hold their hands in the process. I hold them accountable, and I ensure their success as much as I can. So with that, then you have social media safety. So pretty much anything, life skills, adulting. Oh my gosh, don't even get me started on that. But is anything you can think of that impact our young people? I have a resource or a program or a workshop that will address it.
Awesome, awesome. So, and I'm gonna pause for a second because, of course, we got some of our sorors here popping in, so we want to make sure we get them shout outs. Say, hey, soror. Of course, we got soror. Now, you, she's Sora Charlene. She's Dean Charlene to me. Okay.
Yeah.
And of course, our esteemed president of Gamma Delta chapter, Sora Cynthia Sitchcomb there. Thank you so much, Sora Cynthia, for jumping on and joining us this evening. So, what's your favorite part of khaki? Like, what's the part that you absolutely just get super excited to be able to do with the kids?
I think it's just being out in the community and sharing with them and having them come up to me and say, Miss Marcy, I was wondering about this. And oh my gosh, I can't believe you said that. You're so real. And you talked to me because that's exactly what I was going through. And, I didn't know who to talk to. So when they come to me and I know I've made an impact, if I've touched one, I've done my job. But it's just, I love being out in the streets with them. Right. I go into the public housing communities. I go into the multi-million-dollar mansions. It doesn't matter socioeconomics. I touch them where they are, and I love seeing their face when they have that aha, like, oh, I can do that.
Right.
Awesome. So I just love that. I do.
And you know what? I think it's really important that you pointed it out that working with kids, lots of times I think sometimes we think of kids who are in public housing having certain needs, and then kids who are living in that mansion having certain needs. Kids there's so much that they need that's the exact same thing, no matter where they're coming from. Their struggles are often so similar, and they need that extra support no matter where they're coming from. They need that extra support. That adult, lots of times it doesn't matter how much money mom and dad is making.
No.
That doesn't mean that they're around.
Kids are kids, regardless of where they grow up. They still have those needs as young people.
Absolutely. And I'm excited that you're able to, fill that for so many young people. And one of the things I love in just, watching what you've been doing over the years, the social media side, as a teacher, that was something that we were constantly, I don't think they understand the impact of what they do on social media. That baby, it never goes away. Like it is there forever, so that particular program, I know from what you've been doing in that particular program, that it's had such an impact, because that is just something we didn't have to deal with,
Right.
Thank God there was no social media when I was in high school. Lord have mercy. So I can't imagine.
I don't think I could have emotionally handled it.
It's a
lot. To so much that we never even could fathom. You're seeing addictions and overdoses live and in color. You're seeing death. You're seeing police brutality. You're seeing diseases and plagues. You're seeing things that our parents shielded us from. So when I'm doing the social media piece, and I serve as an advocate for NBC 12. So I'm typically the person they're calling as their expert. When I'm working with them, when I'm working with the schools and the churches to talk about social media, I'm also talking about the emotional impact on the young people, but then also the residual effect it has on their families. Right. So it's not just what they text and what they posted and that's it. It doesn't stop there. This thing is bigger than just the click of a button. It's a lot of aftermath that comes with it that parents and communities need to be aware of.
Absolutely. So, and I heard you mention NBC 12 because yes, I have turned on the TV a couple of times. Like, look I saw her right now on TV.
Yeah, that was just a blessing for them to reach out to me, and I just absolutely have loved the opportunities I've had with them. I blog for them, so they have their RVA parenting, and so I've written some blogs for them. But again, being able to be the point of contact for social media issues that plague our young people is definitely a blessing.
That's awesome. So let's look at the business side of that then. As an entrepreneur, as a business owner, someone who's watching, like, oh, I would love to be able to contribute to NBC 12 or some other, how as an entrepreneur, what do you say is the best way for business owners to be able to reach out to media sources, since you have so much experience with that?
Well, I think the biggest thing is what is the need and what is the trend and what is going to have the biggest impact to the largest number of people. When you're trying to engage with media, you have to think of what does it mean to me from the perspective of media and the perspective of the community. It can't be about what you want to give them, because at that time it may not be of value. So while you feel it's important, it may not be important. So think about the trends, be ahead of the trends, but also you have to be authentic in what you deliver. You can't try to deliver and connect with the media because you want to be on the news, on the radio, and you have passion for your message, because it will show. And trust me, when you get behind that camera, all the great and wonderful big words you were going to use, they go away.
Out the window.
Your true stuff comes out really, really quickly. So you have to be about your message when you want to engage with media.
Awesome. So I ask you that because you have another business that a lot of people don't know about. And so it's like, okay. So Marcia knows everything about kids, and Maya, why are you asking her about how to reach out to media? That's because you have a business called Commonwealth Management. Actually, let me go ahead and bring that up so folks can see what else you are doing out here right now. Commonwealth Management is look at this, business strategist, public speaker, brand manager, social media marketing. So you actually are a business consultant, a business coach. So tell us a little bit more about Commonwealth Management. I think some folks who know you are seeing this like, what? Marcy's doing what? So this is something that you have to put out there, because you're such a strong entrepreneur with multiple entities. So tell us about Commonwealth Management.
So Commonwealth Management, actually, really funny story real quick. It started out of prepaid legal. I was starting prepaid legal back in the early 2000s. And so instead of calling myself prepaid legal, I wanted a business that would help business owners. So I was selling the business packages, the legal packages, things like that help them protect their business. So I said, well, while I'm doing that, let me add some other services. So I started with the brand management. I do business strategy with small business owners. So mom and pop shops, restaurants, club owners, and I help them with their strategy, their marketing strategy, how to engage with their customers, how to train their staff on the proper protocol when it comes to dealing with customers. So Commonwealth Management grew into that. And under that, there's this marketing arm where I do graphic design and marketing plans. And oh my gosh, now that has grown into nonprofit setup where I help nonprofits set their own companies up. I help small business owners who have an idea. I just have this great idea and I really want a business. Let's talk about it. And so that's what Commonwealth Management does also. And that started, technically, it's 2017, but realistically, it's about 2012. So I didn't put any business structure into place until 2017 when I said, you know what? I think I can make some money doing this stuff. Let me make this a business. So it works well because CACI's a nonprofit.
Right.
It's my for-profit arm.
I love it. And that's it. This is exactly how I ended up doing startup coaching, because so many, as an English teacher, I was, doing editing. And then someone asked me to edit their business plan. And then someone asked me to write their business plan. And then someone said, hey, you do business plans. Can you help me with this idea? And I was like, I should probably be charging for this. Like, it's a free service.
Exactly. I gave it away for years. I was like, wait a minute. And I started looking at other people on social media. I said, well, That's the same thing I do. And
exactly, for free.
wait a minute, I need a check. So yeah, that's what happened with that. And
Love it.
is a big piece of that. Mentorship. I'm now mentoring up and coming business owners ages 18 to 30. So helping them do it the right way, especially as women of color.
Wow.
We have different hurdles that we have to jump through, and no one told me. So I kind of tripped over my hurdles.
Right.
I want them to be able to jump clean.
Exactly. And that's really, and for those who don't know, Marcy is one of the founding members of WOMB, of the organization that, we're sponsoring this broadcast. One of the first, when I called Marcy's like, okay, I'm gonna do this thing. I don't really know what it is, but can you support me? And she said, yes. That's a friend right there. Okay. But it's that same concept of too often women of color who want to become entrepreneurs, they have all this passion, they have all this excitement, have all these great ideas with no foundation, and they just jump into it and then, find themselves drowning in entrepreneurship. And so being able to have the right start, the right foundation to go forth with something is exactly what WOMB is all about. And so I was really excited and blessed to have you as one of our founding members. I'm like, and that's when I could say, like, look, I see Marcy's in it, so this is good.
Yes. And it's funny to say that. And I like your concept because, again, one of the biggest struggles, and this is transparency moment, is women of color do not typically help other women of color. We struggle with trust issues. We struggle with transparency. We struggle with, I don't want you to make more money than I'm making, but I want to do the same thing you do. There's enough for everyone. And if you continue in that mindset, and I always teach my daughters this, if you keep your closet full of clothes and you don't clean it out, you'll never make room for the next. Exactly. So with business, if you don't share what you have and give it away, then you won't have opportunity to bring something new on. So you have to pay it forward. And sometimes that means giving away some ideas that maybe are just not suited for you. Everything you get and you think of is not meant for you to implement. Sometimes it's meant for you to bless someone else.
Exactly. And or even just collaborate. Like, yeah. That's something you already know. That's something I preach all the time. And one thing with WOMB is coming together. If you have this business and I have this business, we might have the same target audience. So let's get together and share our ideas and try to make money together. And I think we can get that idea across to more women of color who are entrepreneurs. That, you hear me talking about changing the narrative, that the statistics will completely flip. They do not want us to figure this out. I'm just letting you know right now. The world does not want women of color to be like, oh, we can come together and work together because we're already starting more businesses than everybody else. Those businesses get to be the 6, 7, and 8 and 9-figure businesses that they potentially could be. They're gonna be in trouble, y'all. They're gonna be in trouble. Okay, they are gonna
I dream about that all the time with women. I have this visual, and I swear it's gonna happen somehow. Well, the front of the cover of these magazines, when you see these powerful women and they're in position and they're posing, and you see them suited up, and then you see them glam, but you also see them powerful. I see that. I see a consortium of women coming together and building this multi-million, billion-dollar corporation of something. I see that. Don't know how, when, what, but sis, I think you on the right track.
You're on the right track. I think we're gonna be on there's gonna be some magazine covers with some WOMB members on there pretty soon. Okay,
you're gonna make me publish it with Commonwealth Management.
That's right.
That's all right.
That is so right. So okay, we only have a few minutes left, but I have to ask because I know that there are other hidden businesses that you have out there. So tell us, is there anything else that you have out in the stratosphere right now that folks should know about what Marcy is doing?
Well, I have another little small sweet business that was going to be my retirement plan. And it's called Curvy Dolls. And it's an online consignment shop. It was for curvy women. I'm not going to say plus size women because you can be curvy and not plus size. Curvy. And I did that because I was tired of trying to find cute clothes. I'm a curvy woman. I'm kind of a tween. But everything was just so
right.
That's okay. I started searching and looking for vintage clothes and going out. So then my house got really full of clothes and shoes. And then I started shipping all over the place. I mean, Michigan and Nebraska, and I just shipped something in North Carolina. So I'm shipping all over. I said, okay, my online store is getting really big, really fast. So I scaled it. I still do Curvy Dolls, and you can find it on Facebook. I'm on Poshmark. And I'm building my Etsy store because I also have vintage items on my Etsy store. Nice. I have LPs, I have small trinkets that are antique, I have vintage clothing. So it's on Facebook also. You'll see a lot of items that I have there, and it's called Curvy Dolls. So
Curvy Dolls on Facebook. Y'all heard that? Curvy Dolls on Facebook. Yes. And speaking of that, I want to make sure that we give everybody your information. So first of all, this is to get the khaki. All right. You have 12khaki.com. So make sure y'all write that down. 12khaki.com. That is how you get to college and career for youth. All right. And that, that website will give you all the information that you need there. And I believe I have, yes, I do, Commonwealth Management. All right. There's a website for Commonwealth Management for everybody who's interested in getting more information about your business branding, your business coaching, and all those things, the social media management, all those things that go into Commonwealth Management. So how can they reach you in different areas? How can they reach you on social media?
On all my social media, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter. You'll find me on all those under the 12 khaki. On Instagram, Instagram and Facebook, you'll also find Commonwealth Management. So you'll see those pages there as well.
Perfect. All right, guys, you heard that. You want to make sure that you reach out to her on social media. Follow Marcy, follow 12 khaki, follow Commonwealth Management on the social media platforms so you can keep up to date on all the new things. That just in case she starts another business, we will make sure that you're following her.
So that you never know. I'm working on some things.
So we're about to sign off though, Marcy, but what is one thing before we sign off, what's some advice that you can give someone who's a new entrepreneur that's about to come into this industry? What's one piece of advice that you can give them so that they don't start off in the wrong foot?
I would say authenticity and no fear. You want to be true to yourself when you start a business, not starting it because you want to make extra money, get a tax write-off, but you hate the business. Be authentic, be true to yourself, start your business, don't be afraid. Take your time and do what's on your heart and also not covet what you see other women doing on social media, because a lot of times, and I'm guilty of it, and we all are, we look and see what someone else is doing and kind of you hate a little bit, jealous a little bit. I can do that. I can make money. Well, how she get to do that? Stop doing that. You're spending too much time worrying about what they're doing. Take care of yourself. Be authentic, be true, and just take your time and talk to someone. Be careful of your circle. But you want to just write it down and really think about it, okay? But be authentic. Just do you and be unapologetic about doing you.
Exactly. I love that. I absolutely love that. Well, sis, thank you so much for joining me this evening. It was a pleasure having you on, and I am just excited about everything that you have coming up and where you're growing into. And I'm glad to even be a small part of that journey. And I just continued blessings and continued success. And I'm looking forward to our next steps.
Yeah. I'm proud of you. You're doing it. I'm so proud of you. Like, I don't know where you get the energy though, because I swear when I see another womb post or something, I'm like, good God, is she ever sleep? But you're doing it.
It's all pre-posted. It's all planned out ahead of time.
I know.
Thank you so much, sis. I appreciate you, and I will talk to you soon. Okay, I love you so much.
Thank you. All right. Have a good night.
Awesome. Guys, I'm just so excited that Marcy was able to join us this evening. And this is really what this is all about, bringing to you entrepreneurs, women of color who are seriously changing the game, who are out there putting in the time, putting in the work, and just finding that success that we're all looking for. And so I want to make sure that you are aware of some of the things that we have coming up. First of all, if you are a member of WOMB, I need you to remember that tomorrow we have our workshop with LaWanda Woods Howard, Destroying Mindset Basics. You do need to be a member of WOMB in order to participate in that, guys. So if you have not signed up for membership, we have the membership information scrolling down on the bottom. So make sure that you sign up so you can participate in our Wednesday WOMB workshop with LaWanda Woods Howard. And of course, on Thursday at 7 o'clock, I am going to be interviewing Lisa Nance and Lisa Jones, who are the president and vice president of the Annie Malone Historical Society. And we're going to be talking about who is Annie Malone. For those of you who are not familiar with her story, you may have seen the self-made definitely was a documentary mini-series about Madam C.J. Walker. And Annie Malone, the character Addie Monroe, is based off of Annie Malone. And they got that storyline was horrible. We need to really understand who Annie Malone is, the fact that she was actually the first self-made billionaire, female millionaire in the United States. And we're going to learn more about her with the president and vice president of the Annie Malone Historical Society. This is huge, guys. So make sure that you tune in to that on Thursday at 7 p.m. And I want to thank you again for joining me this evening. My name is Maya Harris. I'm the founder of WOMB, Women-Owned Minority Businesses, where we are changing the narrative for women entrepreneurs of color worldwide. I can't wait to see you on Thursday. And don't forget, be blessed, be a blessing, wash your hands, don't touch your face. And I will see you on Thursday. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.